Welcome yogis and yoginis. I'm Sherlock, your teacher for today's class, and I'm very grateful you've joined for your practice. What's been holding you back? Are you in alignment with your heart's true desires? Do you have things that you've refrained from communicating? Have you experienced some emotion lately and held off on sitting through the task of processing? Guilty. Are you experiencing any pain or discomfort in the shoulders, the neck, the ears, or weirdly, the lips? If you've answered yes to any of the above, then perhaps you're experiencing a blocked throat chakra. Vishuddhi or Vishuddha is the name for the fifth chakra in our energy system, and it governs our communication and our sense of self-expression. So when Vishuddha is blocked, we might have trouble communicating openly or even listening intently. And both of those aspects are vital to our sense of authenticity. In today's practice, we're taking an extra compassionate approach to utilizing gentle postures to help activate this energy center. We'll breathe through a short pranayama and then transition into an ascending meditation as well, something a little different. So let's meet on the mat. Before we begin, maybe pause the video, go grab a block and a bolster. That'll help you through this flow. The postures are primarily sitting, so there's no standing postures, there's no movement of the shoulder sockets in, challenging manner. It's a completely compassionate flow focused on just opening through the heart space, through the side bodies, just allowing whatever comes up to be, and maybe even processing it as we go through from your space at your own pace. It's the beauty of doing yoga at home. So let's begin by connecting the breath to the body. Sit up nice and tall. Ground down through the sit bones. Lift up through the crown. We won't be here for very long. We're just going to place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. You can close down the eyes. And as we close down the eyes, just bring your gaze inward and up toward the midpoint between the brow. Take a deep inhale into the base of the spine. Feel the belly, feel the chest, feel the collarbone. And as you exhale, try to make the exhale longer than the inhale. Notice as the shoulders fall away from the ears. And the navel gently draws toward the spine. Just really take this moment to notice how the breath and the body move in unison. Extending that exhale to activate the parasympathetic nervous system and bring us into that calm state. And we're also letting go of our fight or flight state. That state that keeps us in a one vision focus and keeps us in fear. Just let that go. Two more full breaths here. Gently release the hands to the knees. Eyes can remain closed and just briefly observe the body. Notice where perhaps you feel a little lighter with that connection, where you've created a little more space. Notice if there are any areas of tension and discomfort that we need to work through. Before we begin our little bit of movement, draw your attention to the throat center, the back of the throat. And throughout the practice, we can bring our attention here and just visualize a blue light. And as we breathe in, notice as the blue light expands, reaching to the edges of the universe. And as we exhale, the navel draws toward the spine, and the light encompasses our entire being. Gently flutter the eyelids open. You can bring a block now to sit on or a bolster just to give you a little bit more space for the pelvis. So just popping a block underneath the pelvis. Coming to an easy seat. Lifting up through the crown. Just bring the right arm slightly up and bring the hand over to the left side of the head. We're going to lift up through the crown, gently shift the gaze toward the 45-degree angle toward the right armpit. And when you're ready, you can just gently draw the forehead toward the right armpit. You feel a nice stretch through the side of the neck at the back. Inhale into the base of the spine. Exhale, navel draws to spine. One more full breath here. Lift the chin. Bring the head back to center. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, just bring the left hand to the mat beside you or the bolster, whatever, if you're sitting on one. Find length and extension through the spine as you exhale and just gently draw the head and neck over to the right. So we're really breathing through the left side of the neck. One more full breath here. Gently come back to center. Release the right arm. And inhale, bring the left arm up and over. Grasp hold of the right side of the head. And just bring it around the back just slightly as we turn our gaze 45 degrees to the left. And on the inhale, take a nice deep breath. And as we exhale, gently draw the forehead toward the left armpit. And feeling a nice opening through the right side at the back of the neck. So as we inhale, we find extension through the spine. And as we exhale, we notice as the body softens, we create a little space through the back of the neck. Inhale, lift the chin, return the head to center. Bring the right arm to the mat or bolster behind, just gently behind. Inhale, finding length through the spine. Exhale, gently draw the head and neck over towards the left. Opening up through the right side of the neck. Really opening up through our neck and shoulder space. Inhale, come back to center. Release the left arm down to the mat. Inhale, finding more length, creating more space, lifting up through the spine. Exhale, rotate to the right. Bring the left hand to the right knee and bring the right hand to the mat behind, or the bolster, whichever is in your practice today. So as we inhale, we're finding length, and as we exhale, we might be twisting a little deeper into the twist, but we don't want to overdo it. So as you gently move the gaze toward the side of the room, just attempt to take the gaze over to the back shoulder, but only go to where your body allows. We don't want to overextend. Take a beautiful inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest. Exhale, deepen into the twist just that little bit more. Inhale, come back to center. Beautiful. Take another inhale, lift up through the crown. Exhale, rotate the torso to the left. Bring the right hand to the left knee. The left arm rests gently behind. Finding length and extension through the spine. And as we exhale, perhaps we deepen a little further into the twist. Maybe the gaze goes over the back. We can feel a nice extension through the right side of the neck as well, through the right top of the shoulder too. Inhale, create space. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, come back to center. Just gently remove the block or bolster if you are on one. Roll over the knees, draw the hips to the heels, come to Balasana, child's pose. So just extend the arms out long towards the top of the mat. And just bring the forehead to the mat. We're not here for long, but as we spider the fingertips toward the top of the mat, aim to draw the hips back to the heels. On the next inhale, gently walk the hands toward the knees. We're going to come into rabbit pose. So as we inhale now, we're going to find length through the spine, hinge at the hips, bring the crown of the head to the mat just in front of the knees. Grasp hold of the heels, lift up onto the knees, and lift the tail to the sky. You'll feel a nice opening through the back of the shoulder blades. Inhale, allow the breath to travel and open through the back body. Exhale, navel draws to spine. So we've got the chin drawn toward the chest, crown of the head resting on the mat. One more full breath here. Gently release the hips to the heels. Come up onto all fours, just being very gentle here on the wrists and the shoulders. Hips are over the knees. What we're going to do is we're going to gently walk the right arm to the furthest point of the left side of the mat that we're able to. So we're going to the top and over to the side of the left of the mat. So we're just finding some space through our right side body. Once you've taken your palm to as far as it goes, bend into that left elbow and draw the hips back. So we want to make sure that the hips are still over the knees. And we're just taking 2 breaths here. Inhale. Notice as the breath opens and expands through the right side body. Gently draw the forehead toward the left palm. You feel a nice stretch through the right shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting back up to all fours. Gently walk the right hand back underneath the shoulder. Let's take it to the left side. Gently take the left arm out to the right side of the mat and as close to the top as you can. Bend into the right elbow. Hips remain over the knees. And we're just bringing the forehead to that right hand. Inhale, allow the breath to open up through the left side body. Exhale, navel draws to spine. One more breath. Beautiful. Extend into that right elbow. Bring the left back underneath the shoulder. You can bring the hips back to the heels. Shift the weight to one side and extend the legs out in front. Coming into a brief Paschimottanasana. So inhale, find length through the spine. Flex the toes so they're drawn toward the torso. Hinge at the hips as you exhale. Maintain that nice long spine. We're just going to breathe into the hamstrings and the back line of the body. Inhale, find length through the spine. We're calming the body, we're calming the mind. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Maybe we're folding a little deeper. When you're coming into Paschimottanasana, you might be in a tighter body. So your forward fold might be up here, and that is perfectly okay. Just going to where our body allows, taking it to its limitations. Inhale, find length. Exhale, deepen a little further into the fold. Good. On the next inhale, lift the torso, walk the hands back. Scooch forward just a little bit. Here's we're going to bring our block and our bolster into play. So bring the bolster and just place it lengthways along the mat. At the back of the sacrum. If you've got a bit of a longer torso, you might want to block just at the base before the bolster, because what we want to do here is we want to ensure that our head and our neck is still placed on the bolster when we lay back. Bring the knees to point to the ceiling. I'm just going to scooch up onto the block ever so gracefully. Draw that bolster back. And gently lean back onto the bolster. Oh, hopefully the mic hasn't messed up. Good. Gently lean back onto the bolster. Cactus the arms, so we want the elbows to be in line with the shoulders. And as we inhale here, we're breathing into the front side of the body. We're noticing an opening through the chest, through the shoulders, and just through the armpits there. Let's take it a little bit further now. Gently bring the left hand to rest on the belly or around that area. Right arm remains cactused. And as we exhale, just gently lower the knees toward the left. And we're just breathing into that side body. Maybe the gaze goes over toward the right as well. One breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Draw the right hand to the belly, cactus the left arm, making sure that our left elbow is in line with our left shoulder. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lower the knees towards the left. Gaze can go out towards the left hand. One more breath. Inhale, coming back to center. Option here to keep the arms cactus, so we're still opening through the heart, making sure that our shoulder blades are underneath the chest. You can come to Supta Baddha Konasana, so bring the soles of the feet to meet. Allow the knees to fall to the sides of the mat. We're just opening up through the whole front body here. If this is a little out of your reach, or you prefer to do something a little different, you can extend the legs out long. And just allow the feet to fall to the sides of the mat. And allow the body to surrender into the earth. One more full breath here. If your knees are extended, or if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, bend into the knees, allow them to point back to the ceiling, gently roll off the bolster, coming back up to a nice seat. Just put the block and the bolster aside. We're going to come into a short Shavasana before we venture into our pranayama and meditation. So allow the back to come to the mat. Bring the feet to about hips width apart. Allow the feet to fall to the sides of the mat. Arms are beside the body and slightly away. Gently tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest. Release any tension in the jaw. Let go of any furrow in the brow. And just take a moment to allow the body to surrender into the earth. Maybe take a scan through the body and allow any remaining pockets of tension to dissolve. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Recognize its peaceful inhale and its calming, relaxing exhale. Gently find some movement in the fingers and the toes. Rock the head from side to side. And when you're ready, roll to your most comfortable side and just observe. Push through your free palm as we come to find our comfortable seat. If you have a meditation seat, this is the perfect pose to find right now. Grab a block or a bolster to prop up the seat and provide a little more space for the pelvis. Tilt the pelvis forward and lift up through the crown. We'll begin our meditation with Brahmari, also known as humming bee's breath. It has a powerful calming effect on the mind, and it also allows our focus to go inward as the mind begins to quieten. So with the teeth lightly together to increase the resonance of the humming, use the forefingers to gently press on the tragus of each ear to close them off. Take the gaze in and up as though you're turning the eyes to look up at the brain or the third eye center. And there should be no strain in the eyes. Inhale deeply while exhaling, gently create a humming noise in the back of the throat. Notice as the jaw and the skull vibrate. And then direct that vibration toward the third eye center. Now continue this breathing pattern for the next couple of minutes, and I'll let you know when it's time to return the breath back to its natural rhythm. So as we inhale, we find length. Exhale, begin the humming. Remembering to take our gaze in and up toward that third eye center. And as we do this, we direct that vibration from the humming toward the same location. One more round. Release the ears, bring the hands back to the knees. Gaze can remain at the third eye center. Become aware of the calm and quietened mind, the inward gaze. The humming has created a peaceful resonance. Begin now to visualize a bright blue light at the throat center. The inhale expands the light out beyond the extremities of your being, penetrating toward the edges of the universe. And the exhale spreads the enlivened blue light from the throat center throughout the body. Inhale sends the light toward the edges of the universe. Exhale, sense the expansion from the throat center throughout every cell of your being. Let's continue creating that resonance with vibration as we hum on an extended exhale, changing that hum to a om. Inhale, deepen the breath to the base of the spine, filling the chest into the collarbone. And as we exhale, begin to vibrate the sound of om, traveling with that blue light to the edges of the universe. One more time. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Gaze remains inward and slightly up toward the third eye center. With our gaze inward, begin to visualize the bright blue light at the throat's center. Continue to witness as the inhale expands the bright blue light outward in all directions to the edges of the universe. And with the exhale, the expansion of the light fills the body, fills the being. Hold the gaze at the third eye center. The inhale now fills the body, fills the being with the bright blue light. The extended exhale sends the bright blue light to the edges of the universe. Continue with this visualization. I'll tell you when it's time to return. Become aware of the breath, allowing it to return to its natural rhythm. Noticing its connection to the body, its ability to expand the mind. As we bring our practice to a close, recognize you have the ability within you to express yourself freely with compassion and thoughtfulness. Take an inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Drink in the energy of the bright blue light. Allow it to come to rest between the palms of the hand. Draw the palms to the lip crease. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. In honor of all that you are and all that you wish to express. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for your flow today. I hope you enjoyed this little difference in the practice. I know it was a gentle and calming flow. Perhaps that's what we need sometimes in these moments. Take this through the week and use your voice where you need to. Keep making magic in this world from your space at your own pace. Namaste.